The gentleman whom I am going to talk about is very well known to the industry, especially the Bombayites. He has always had love for Mumbai, and Mumbai has showered its love 100 times with the stupendous victory that you achieved, sir. An esteemed leader and visionary, he has been serving as the Minister of Commerce and Industry since 2019. Over the years, he has held key ministerial positions, including Minister of Textiles and Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Elevated to the Union Cabinet in 2017, he has played a pivotal role in shaping India's economic and trade policies. A distinguished parliamentarian, Shri Piyush Goyal has been a member of Rajya Sabha from Maharashtra and previously served as a leader of the House of Rajya Sabha. In 2024, he was elected to the 18th Lok Sabha representing the Mumbai North constituency. Recognized internationally for his contributions, he was honored 2018 Carnot Prize for his outstanding work in energy policy. Before his foray into politics, Shri Goyal had a remarkable career in finance, serving as a government-nominated board member of India's largest banks, State Bank of India and Bank of Baroda. His deep understanding of economic frameworks has been instrumental in shaping policies that drive growth and ease of business in India. Under his leadership, India has taken significant strides in economic reforms. He has been a driving force in eliminating regulatory bottlenecks, streamlining foreign investments, and promoting ease of doing business. His directive to integrate e-commerce players through the Open Network for Digital Commerce is a landmark initiative ensuring equal opportunities for all stakeholders in the digital marketplace. His relentless efforts in policy making and governance have significantly contributed to India's 14th spot jump in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings, placing India at the 63rd position amongst 190 nations in 2021. It gives me great pleasure and it's an honor to introduce a stalwart politician, a stalwart leader, and a great academician, a man with an open door policy for the industry, none other than our chief guest, Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal ji. And may I request you, sir, to please address the audience.
Thank you very much, Dara. The National President of IDMA, Dr. Viranchi Shah, the incoming President, Shri Bharat Bhai Shah, the Drugs Controller of India, Shri Raghuvanshi, Habil Bhai Khorakiwala ji, stalwart of the industry, my good friend and brother, Mehul Bhai Shah, कुछ ज़्यादा ही नहीं डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं शाहज आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का. Is it by design or accident? Mr. Dara Patel, there's always a Patel to take care of the... Thank you very much for the warm welcome that I've received at the 63rd Annual Day celebrations. And a big congratulations to all of you, members of IDMA on this August day. There's never been a free lunch. We've all heard that. दुनिया में किधर फ्री लंच नहीं मिलता है. मैंने तो सिर्फ पानी पिया था. पहले सोचा था कॉफी मंगाऊं, पर विरांची भाई ने शुरू किया. उसके बाद डर लगा कि कॉफी पीना तो बहुत महंगा पड़ सकता है. It's always great to be in Mumbai, great to be amongst my family in Mumbai. Amchi Mumbai attracts me every time, every single time that I can. And you know, every time I come to Mumbai, and now the frequency is much more because I have a constituency to nurture. My routine is that when I land late into the night, the first call I make to my home is कि सुख सागर से जाके पाव भाजी लेके आओ और रात को 2 बजे पाव भाजी खाता हूँ. No wonder medical profession is doing so well in Mumbai. But I'm really delighted that as a part of your annual day celebration, not only are we awarding those trailblazers who have really contributed to the success of drug manufacturing in India, but also we are going to be privileged to hear from Dr. Habil Khurakiwala about innovation in this industry, about what the future holds for us, what should be our plans going forward, where we see our industry in 2047 when we celebrate 100 years of independence, and collectively as a nation, when we have decided, we have all committed ourselves to make India a developed nation, a prosperous nation, Viksit Bharat 2047. This collective commitment of 1.4 billion Indians will be incomplete without the contribution of your industry and your sector. And therefore, I'm really delighted to see the enthusiasm that you all have, to see the wonderful work that you are doing. And I'm very gratified when I hear leaders like Viranchi Bhai talk about having made rapid strides towards higher quality, better manufacturing practices, towards the BRICS framework, which will open new markets and new opportunities for us. Even the request for supporting R&D is music to my ears. At least you are willing to venture with research, with development, with the spirit of inquiry, and are wanting to be at the high table with new drugs, new products, and new innovations, which will help India maintain, retain, and grow this industry, often referred to as the pharmacy of the world. My congratulations to all the award winners. I'm sure each one of you will go back enthused to do much more, to do much better. But all those who haven't received an award today will certainly want to aspire to be an award winner in the years to come. Congratulations. Good luck to all the new persons who will be actively pursuing their business, their innovations to become award winners in the years to come. And my best wishes to all of you in this industry for your continued growth and prosperity. Viranchi Bhai, you spoke about pigs. I'm glad you did, because I was also thinking, what should I focus my attention on? I'm happy that you mentioned that you are making fast progress, but I do believe we are still far away from there. We have a long way to cover. And I'm often on record to say that it will never happen unless collectively each and every pharma company, big or small, works as a team. The big companies adopt and support the smaller companies. Many of you may need to become whistleblowers so that those who are doing in wrong practices or indulging in wrongdoing can be stopped. Ultimately, track and trace has been removed. But with the confidence and the trust that we have in you, we believe that you will do us proud, you will do your job honestly, you will not cause the country to suffer in terms of reputation, and make sure that only good products are made here, are produced here, are supplied here, are exported from India. That trust comes from Prime Minister Modi's thinking, where he believes कि आपने उनके ऊपर विश्वास किया, वो आपके ऊपर विश्वास करते हैं. ये टू-वे ट्रैफिक है. You have given him the third term. You have given him your blessings, your support. You have trusted him to deliver in his third term with thrice the speed, thrice the amount of work being done, 3 times more outcome, 3 times more impact on society in his third term. But it is only possible when each one of us also looks upon ourselves and our work not only as an opportunity, not only as a power that we wield, but as our responsibility. And when it is the collective responsibility of 1.4 billion Indians, when each one of us commits ourselves to the goal of Viksit Bharat 2047, then and only then can India become a prosperous nation. I was seeing some targets in some of the notes that were sent to me, that you plan to become 10x or thereabouts your current size by 2047. That's absolutely not acceptable. That's such a low aim. 10 गुना तो देश वैसे ही बढ़ जाएगा. Our $4 trillion economy today will be a 35 trillion dollar economy, even with a normal pace of growth. With Modi ji's efforts, we may land up becoming much bigger than that. तो आप अगर 10 गुना ग्रो करोगे, this 4,17,000 crore industry or $40 billion industry, if you become a $400 billion industry by 2047, that will be a very suboptimal performance. Habil bhai, you have wasted your time in this industry. I don't think that's the spirit that you're going to leave behind. That's the target that should satisfy anybody in this room. We will have to innovate. We will have to look at quality standards. We will have to address challenges that come with the confidence of an evolved industry. India has talent. India has skills. India has ability. India has young power, the power of youth, the demographic dividend. We have a large market of 1.4 billion citizens. This large market gives you an opportunity for economies of scale, makes you competitive, gives you an ability to produce and market large volumes. Skill, speed, scale. These are the strengths that each one of you should be looking at capturing. And health services is something that government wishes to work very closely with you. Public, private and academia partnership on innovation, on research, on new ideas is the way forward. And I almost saying no when Viranchi Bhai was asking for this 200% R&D benefit is because sadly our country's mindset has become so weak that for everything we are looking up to government कि थोड़ा और tax incentive मिल जाए तो ही हम research करेंगे. I remember once somebody was complaining about long-term capital gains tax on the earnings you make on the stock market. That was on national television. A journalist asked me that question. कि आपने long-term capital gains tax 10% से 12.5% कर दिया, बहुत दुखी है सब लोग. मैं कहा तो मैं आज से समझ सकता हूँ कि आप आज से अभी कमाई करना बंद कर दोगे स्टॉक मार्केट में. Will you stop investing in the stock market and stop earning money? Because कमाई करके फिर 12.5% टैक्स देना तो बहुत ज़्यादा है. Better not to earn that money. Will that be your approach? The very fact that this is an industry where innovation determines success. Whoever will not innovate will be finished. Today, what is the strength of the developed countries? Why does Switzerland have a $100,000 per capita income? Why is the United States of America a superpower with a $80,000 per capita income? How could a small country like Singapore, less than 10 million people, have a per capita income, I don't know, maybe $110,000 per person? What differentiates Japan and Korea from us? After all, we all started in the journey around the same time. After World War II, Japan and Korea were finished. They have high density of population like us. They don't even have natural resources. What went wrong in India? It was the mindset of the nation. It was the first 30, 40, 45 years of wrong model of development. The socialist pattern, which killed entrepreneurship. हर एक चीज सरकार करेगी. ड्रग्स बनाना है तो सरकारी कंपनी बनाएगी. क्या थी वो IDPL? दवाइयां सरकारी कंपनी, स्टील सरकारी कंपनी, सीमेंट सरकारी कंपनी. कोई कंपनी लॉस करे, सरकार टेक ओवर करके उसको फिर सालों साल टैक्स पेयर के पैसे से उसको चलाए रखेगी. यहां तक कि उस समय की सरकारें अगर कोई मित्र बंधु की फैक्ट्री ठीक नहीं चल रही हो तो वो भी टेक ओवर करके उसकी लायबिलिटीज हम सब टैक्स पेयर्स के गले में डाल देते थे. और ऐसे कई एग्जांपल्स हैं. पीछे एक कंपनी मुंबई में भी, आई थिंक मुंबई बेस्ड है, बामल लॉरी, सुना होगा ना. बामल लॉरी वॉज अ प्राइवेट सेक्टर कंपनी. लॉसेस में थी, बुरा चल रही थी, खराब चल रही थी. आई थिंक इंदिरा गांधी जी ने शायद उसको PSU बना दिया. नेशनलाइज कर दो, उद्योगपति ने जो नुकसान किया है वो अपने सरकार के गले ले लो, और फिर आप और मैं, हम जो टैक्स भरते हैं वो जाएगा सरकारी कंपनियों की गलतियों को सालों साल चलाने के लिए. ये मॉडल को कभी ना कभी तो अपने सिस्टम में से खत्म करना पड़ेगा. आप लोग इनोवेशन अगर नहीं करते हैं तो आपका भविष्य बहुत चिंताजनक है. Unless we innovate, unless we remain abreast with changing patterns, lifestyles, demands and needs of society and our stakeholders, your patients. After all, most of us in this room know that cancer is spreading faster, or at least we know of cancer and cancer patients much more than we knew 30 years ago. I lost my brother-in-law at a very young age to cancer. Possibly with today's medical advancements, he could have survived. But why could that drug not be developed in India, but has to be developed somewhere else? Ultimately, if we do desire to see a long-term success story in the pharma industry, and I see a lot of youngsters in this room, and I'm glad and I compliment IDMA that you have started engaging more and more youngsters. Probably you should have a rule. मैंने EPCs वगैरह में तो कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. We have more gender diversity. We have compulsory slots in the managing committee for youth, for startups, for innovators, so that the next generation takes the lead in committing capital for R&D. Government is willing to support you. Even in this budget, we have earmarked 20,000 crores through the through the Anusandhan NRF, National Research Foundation. Out of 50,000 crore scheme, the whole scheme is going to be 50,000 crores. In this budget, we have earmarked 20,000 crores. I challenge all of you. Come up with projects. Join hands with the government, National NRF. Get academia involved. Create better research facilities. Do research using government funds. Here we are trying to simplify the laws. We are trying to make life easier for taxpayers. We have reduced the tax rates so that we are not all the time struggling this exemption, that exemption. I remember the days, and I'm a chartered accountant, as many of you may know. I remember the days you were struggling with complicated laws all the time. More time was spent on tax planning than on our business. Let's make that history. When we make money, we pay tax. Okay, tax is only out of your profits. अगर आपको टैक्स से ज्यादा तकलीफ है तो प्रॉफिट मत करो, सस्ते कर दो दवाइयों को, प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आएगी, डबल 200% डिडक्शन की नौबत ही नहीं आएगी. But can that be the reason why we will not innovate? Why we will not do R&D? So I sincerely appeal to all of you. Your survival depends on these two factors: quality and innovation. और याद रखिए, आप शायद सभी मेंबर्स बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, अच्छी क्वालिटी के ड्रग्स बना रहे हैं. 4 कंपनियां खराब कफ सिरप बना के भेज दे, आप सबका नुकसान होगा उसमें. आप सबके ऊपर विश्वसनीयता दुनिया की उठ जाएगी. इसलिए मैंने कहा, बी विसल ब्लोअर्स, हेल्प अस टू हेल्प यू. कोई सरकार में आपको तंग करता है, आपने डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन की बात की, भाई कॉन्क्रीट सुझाव तो दो. सीडीएसओ के रूल स्टडी करो, लेके आइए मेरे पास क्या क्या चीजें हम सरल कर सकते हैं. आई कैन गिव यू अ सिंपल एग्जाम्पल. आप लोगों ने नहीं बोला था, मुझे दुर्भाग्य की बात है, भारतीय कंपनियों ने नहीं बोला, विदेशी कंपनियों ने, जब हम एफ्टा का एग्रीमेंट कर रहे थे, उन्होंने बताया कि फॉर्म 27 जो पैटेंट में भरना पड़ता है, वो हर साल भरना पड़ता है. बड़ा मोटा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फॉर्म है, कमर्शियल इंफॉर्मेशन मांगता है, और उसके कारण हम भारत में पेटेंट नहीं करना चाहते. वो एक कारण है, बाकी भी और कारण हो सकते हैं. मैंने अपने अधिकारियों को पूछा, when is the last time we have opened this form, studied it, or used the data submitted by any of you who have done innovation or patented a drug? हमने लास्ट कब फॉर्म 27 यूज किया? What do you think was the answer? Never. अभी बिल बाइटिंग बोल रहे, 0. Never. अब बताइए, आप लोगों ने तो कभी बताया नहीं मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम. शायद मेरे मन में आते हैं आप लोग इनोवेशन करते ही नहीं है, या जो इनोवेट करते हैं या कोई पेटेंट लाना चाहते हैं, आपको इच्छा नहीं है कि वो भारत में आए या भारत में लाए. हम अगर अपने पेटेंट लॉज, अपने आईपीआर लॉज को और स्ट्रांग नहीं करेंगे, तो कौन आके यहाँ पे इनोवेट करेगा? कौन यहाँ पे निवेश करेगा? हु विल इन्वेस्ट इन इंडिया? हु विल डू क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स? हु विल टेक patents in India? Who will trust the Indian system if we don't keep data secure? I'm just leaving behind some food for thought. You tell us what you want us to decriminalize, but it can't be at the cost of health and safety. You can't expect us to decriminalize so that somebody who makes spurious drugs. In fact, I think the CDSO is here. kindly do a research or check out all the government procurement of medicines. And you will find that half the medicines that the government is procuring are in the last 6 months shelf life or validity period. Is it that all the companies supply drugs which are towards end of shelf life only to the government? Should you not be recommending that government has a certain minimum 50% or more residual expiry date or expiry period before it is supplied to the government? Why don't you come out with these ideas? So that good companies, respectable companies, honest companies are able to compete on a level playing field. वैसे तो विरंची भाई ने शुरू में ही मुझे चेतावनी दी थी कि शाम का समय है, अच्छा ही बोलना चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ आप बोल रहे थे ना? तो आई रियलाइज कि शायद मैं हर जगह ज्यादा ज्ञान बांटने की कोशिश करता हूँ, बट मेरे पास भी अच्छा एक भाषण लिखा हुआ है. आई हैव ऑल दिस नाइस टॉकिंग पॉइंट्स, मैं पढ़ के सुना सकता हूँ चाहिए तो. बहुत अच्छी चीजें लिखी हैं आपके अचीवमेंट्स के बारे में, आपकी एस्पिरेशंस. यू आर द वर्ल्ड्स फार्मा, यू आर द हेल्थ केयर कस्टोडियंस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. I have very good things written here. If you choose, would you prefer that I read out this? Then I'm happy to do it and give 1 or 2 awards and go away. If that helps you, makes you feel better, Mehul bhai, I have no problem at all. But we have a choice here. अगर देश 10 गुना बढ़ने वाला है, तो क्या हमारी फार्मा इंडस्ट्री 40 गुना नहीं बढ़ सकती है? क्या हमारी फार्मा इंडस्ट्री एम्बिशन नहीं बना सकती है कि 35 ट्रिलियन में हम 1.5 ट्रिलियन, 2 ट्रिलियन डॉलर का हमारा कंट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे? बड़ा लक्ष्य रखें. लेट्स थिंक बिग. क्या हमें ऑल द टाइम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर बन के रहना है कि इनोवेशन स्विट्जरलैंड और अमेरिका में होगा और हम यहाँ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर बन के रह जाएंगे? अभी अबिल भाई बोल रहे थे, आई हैव 6 antibiotics I have patented. There's a 7th I'm doing. You make us proud. But I want each and every one in this room. And by the way, in 2014 when Modi ji's government came in, India was giving 6,000 patents in a year. Only 6,000 in 365 days. How many patents do you think India gave last year? Only in 10 years. What has the journey been like? Any guesses? कभी मेरे भाषण सुन लिया करो, मैं तो 10 बार बोल चुका हूँ. मतलब आपके आइडिया में कि कोई लोग मेरे को फॉलो ही नहीं करते. अगली बार सोचना पड़ेगा कि आना है कि नहीं आपके कार्यक्रम में. वो मेहुल भाई का प्यार मुझे हर बार ले आता है. 1 लाख से अधिक पेटेंट्स लास्ट ईयर इंडिया में दिए. 16 टाइम्स. अब आप सोचिए अपना लक्ष्य क्या होना चाहिए अगले 10 साल में, बताइए. 1 करोड़ तो यार जरा, मैं भी इतना इरेशनल बात करूंगा तो आप सब हंसोगे. पर हम कम से कम 1 मिलियन पेटेंट्स की तो एक लक्ष्य रख के चल सकते हैं ना. और उसमें सबसे ज्यादा होगा तो आप लोग ही कर सकते हैं. आपकी इंडस्ट्री में सबसे ज्यादा टैलेंट है, पोटेंशियल है. क्या दुनिया का इनोवेशन हम भारत में नहीं ला सकते हैं क्या? और मेरा मानना है जो इनोवेशन स्विट्जरलैंड में समझो $1 बिलियन में होगा, वो भारत में 25-30 मिलियन डॉलर में आप कर दोगे. हार्डली 2-3-4%. आखिर स्पेस में क्या हुआ है? 400-450 करोड़ में हमारा मार्स मिशन चला गया. Is that right? That was the figure, ना? 430-450 करोड़. किसी ने दुनिया में कल्पना की थी? ये लोग बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर खर्च के एक चीज बनाते हैं। हमारे पास तो इतना टैलेंट है कि हम वही चीज फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द कॉस्ट में कर सकते हैं। तो 20,000 करोड़ के सरकारी अनुसंधान ग्रांट को आप 20,000 करोड़ मत देखिए। ये 20,000 करोड़ से हम 5 लाख करोड़ का रिसर्च कर सकते हैं। आपका तो पूरा टैक्स इतना नहीं होगा जो आप 200% की बात कर रहे हो। आई हैव टू चेक द स्टेटिस्टिक्स। फार्मा इंडस्ट्री का इनकम टैक्स कितना है? एटलीस्ट अगली बार ये डिमांड नहीं आएगी आज के बाद। पर आपसे मेरी उम्मीद है, मैंने पहले भी ये बात दोहराई है, बड़ी कंपनियां छोटी कंपनियों को दत्तक ले, अडॉप्ट करें। काइंडली अडॉप्ट दी स्मॉल कंपनीज, हेल्प देम टू ग्रो देयर गुड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रैक्टिसेस, हेल्प देम टू produce goods which are of international standards acceptable to the world. Whether it's WHO, whether it's Codex, I don't know, you may be having all your various standards, CDSO must be having its standards. And then only we can, or PICS का certification का process ही 5 साल है, हम शुरू भी करने लायक नहीं है आज के दिन। तो it's a longer term plan. पर मैं हर मीटिंग में आपके पास 3 साल बाद आके रिपीट नहीं कर सकता हूं। 3 साल में एक स्टेप नहीं लिया गया। आईपीए से बात करता हूं, नो इफेक्ट। आपसे बात करता हूं, नो इफेक्ट। Somebody take the lead. Maybe the youngsters in this room, you all come from the pharma industry? Are you all the next gen? You all take the lead. अभी इन सबको घर पे बिठाइए। Our sisters should take the lead. They are much more ambitious than many of us senior citizens. But let's think big. High quality. जो हमारी इंडस्ट्री को बदनाम करता है उसका नकाब पर्दाफाश करो, कंप्लेन करो। जो स्पूरियस ड्रग्स बनाते हैं, ऐसा यहां पे नहीं होगा कि आपको नहीं मालूम, आपको 100% मालूम होगा। Don't try to protect them. And use these funds. पूरा 20,000 करोड़ ले ना, कौन रोकता है आपको? जल्दी से जल्दी रिसर्च प्रपोजल्स लेके जाओ, सबमिट करो। गाइडलाइंस भी शायद आ गई है, नहीं आए तो आप जरा अजय सूद से चेक कर लेना दिल्ली जाने के बाद। इन सबको पहुंचाइए गाइडलाइंस अनुसंधान एनआरएफ की। लिबरली विल गिव यू। मालूम तो पड़ेगा आप लोग रियली कितना रिसर्च करना चाहते हैं, या ये 200% की डिमांड लेके यू आर टाल रहे हो कि यार सरकार के गले में डाल दो। होना तो है नहीं, क्योंकि एक तरफ आप लोग कहते हो सिंप्लीफाई करो टैक्स लॉस। हमने सिंप्लीफाई करके टैक्स रेट कम किया है। पहले टैक्स रेट कम हो गया, बोलते हो वापस शुरू करो एक्सक्लूजन और एग्जेम्पशन। तो वापस टैक्स रेट बढ़ाना चाहते हो क्या? तय कर लीजिए क्या इच्छा है स्टेक होल्डर्स की। मुझे एक पत्र लिख देना बाद में। पर मित्रों, दुनिया भारत की तरफ देख रही है। द वर्ल्ड इज आवर स्टेज। वी हैव अ वंस इन अ लाइफ टाइम अपॉर्चुनिटी। वी हैव अ डिसाइसिव लीडर। You have selected him for the 3rd time. Modi ji wants to do 3 times more work. He wants to work with 3 times more speed. He wants to develop the country 3 times bigger, faster, impact the lives of Indians 3 times more than we were able to do in the first 10 years. But it can only happen when you and the government work together. It will have to be the collective effort. सबका साथ, सबका प्रयास. जब सबका साथ होगा, सबका प्रयास होगा तो सबका विकास भी होगा. सबका विकास तभी होगा ना जब हम सब मिलके अपना अपना रोल प्ले करें. You have the power of the vote, but with power comes responsibility also. Viksit Bharat cannot be the dream of one man. It has to be the dream and commitment of 1.4 billion Indians. And friends, I invite you to be a part of this journey. The world wants us as a democracy where the rule of law prevails, where justice is there, where nobody will ever be wronged, where equal opportunity is available, where national treatment is given to international and Indian participants. Democracy, demography, young Indian, aspirational young India, expected to remain young for the next 30 years. Demand that 1.4 billion Indians give. India is dependable. People, world trusts India. And we have a decisive leader. Imagine what better mix, what better enablers can one ask for? Demand, demography, decisive leader, dependability, and democracy. Let us cash the goodwill of the world. And I can assure you, I look at IDMA as India's innovation driver. Innovation should come naturally for IDMA. You should become India's innovation driver or driving force for medical advancements. India, innovation driving force for medical advancement. Change your name. And think what you can do. Sky is the limit. ये जो माइंडसेट दुर्भाग्य से देश ने 1947 में अपनाया कि सब कुछ सरकार के ऊपर निर्भर होना. Let's unshackle ourselves from this colonial mindset. In fact, you should be asking us, just like you said, track and trace को हटाओ, कि भाई सरकार को हमारे जीवन से दूर रखो. हम अच्छा काम करेंगे, हम मिलके अच्छा काम करेंगे और भारत का नाम रोशन करेंगे पूरी दुनिया में. And with that, friends, I appeal to you. Innovate in India, patent in India, export from India, make in India for the world, provide jobs to your brothers and sisters in India, buy from India, become Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, products which we are still dependent on other countries, start creating an ecosystem that you support other Indian companies who manufacture those products in India so that import substitution can happen. Bring scale. हम इतने सारे FTAs कर रहे हैं. अब Monday to Wednesday, 100 companies from Switzerland, Norway, Liechtenstein and Iceland, 100 companies. And 130 companies from Israel. कितने हो गए टोटल? आप बड़े मैथ्स में बहुत अच्छे हैं, मुझे मालूम नहीं था. डॉक्टर्स इतना मैथमेटिक्स करते हैं. इतने दिन, इतने घंटे, इतने मिनट. 230 कंपनियां आ रही हैं. Why don't you come to Delhi and engage with them? Those who want to partner with some pharma companies, who want to innovate with them, who want to work with them, attract investments from them. उसके बाद शायद अगले महीने पहले हफ्ते बेल्जियम की 300 कंपनियां आ रही. Whole world is coming to India. Capture the opportunity. And I am confident that this will become the sector that will drive India's growth story that will be the sector which brings us accolades, recognition, and an image in the world that will become the envy of the rest of the world and will be the pride of 1.4 billion Indians. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.